Welcome to my review for Avatar: The Last Airbender. Earth, fire, water, air. I said earth, fire, water, air. Yeah, I should stop now. So, Avatar: The Last Airbender is a Nickelodeon show that originally aired from I think around 2005 to 2008. Anyway, I've known about this show for a while, but really didn't sit down and watch it until a few years ago because my brother, via the Nostalgia Critic, who I'm sure many of you have heard of, he watched his video and he really liked it, and my brother told me that I should watch this show because it's really good, and it is. Avatar: The Last Airbender is probably one of the best shows of all time, at least one of the best animated shows I've ever seen, right up there with Batman the Animated Series. Now, I'm specifically reviewing Avatar Volume 1, not Volume 2 or 3, although I do plan to do a review for those in the future. So basically, this show takes place in sort of a fictional version of our own world where the four elements are like the superpowers. No, there's like the Earth Kingdom, the Water Kingdom, the Air Kingdom, and the Fire Kingdom, and the Fire Nation ended up becoming the dominant force and attacking and nearly wiping out all of the Air Kingdom, which is essentially destroyed now, except for Aang, who is the Avatar. And basically the Avatar, what that means is somebody who's basically the emissary through both the spirit world as well as the living world, and Aang is the newest in this line. Now, Aang's been frozen for 100 years in an ice cube, and two Southern Water Tribe members, Sokka and his sister Katara, unfreeze him and his bison Appa, and they realize that he is the Avatar and he's the only one capable of defeating the Fire Lord and the Fire Nation and restoring peace and restoring balance, basically, to the world. Now, Aang, even though he's the Avatar, he has all this responsibility. He's very immature. He just doesn't really take his life seriously or his job seriously. And basically, his friends Katara and Sokka have to help him along and teach him how to be more responsible. Katara is definitely sort of the responsible one in the group. Sokka, her brother, is a little more like Aang, more immature, but he's also more normal. He's sort of the everyman character, and for that reason, Sokka is probably my favorite character next to Prince Zuko. Now, Prince Zuko is actually the son of the king of the Fire Nation, and Prince Zuko feels that his honor depends on him capturing the Avatar and bringing him to the king. So much of the plot revolves around Aang and his friends trying to get back to the Air Temple in order for Aang to sort of rediscover his past, as well as learn the other elements. Like from Katara, he needs to learn how to water bend, he needs to eventually learn how to earth bend, and even fire bend. And Prince Zuko is always on the hunt for them. He wants to find them. He is hell-bent, basically, on finding Aang and taking him back to his dad, because he feels like what remains of his honor hinges on this, because honor is basically his big thing. Now, right off the bat, the animation in this show is absolutely beautiful and amazing. Just all the characters just look great. The drawings are just wonderful. Like, the environments look amazing. Just, it's animated beautifully. It just adds to how much fun it is to watch. And I love the music to this show. It really just fits everything near flawlessly. Like, all the characters, like, all the locations, just the tone and the feel of this show. It's like, it's very, like, serious, but also not too serious. It's serious, but with, like, a whimsical side to it, and I think that fits the universe set up by Avatar perfectly. Now, what I think is great about Season 1 is that it does a good job at world building and introducing characters, but it also keeps moving along. Like, every episode, like, there's something new happening. It's not incredibly slow paced. Like, sometimes the first season or the first installment will be a little more slower paced in order to introduce all the plot points and characters, and that's not a bad thing. But this show, for the most part, definitely, like, there's always something going on. Like, the story, like, the characters keep learning new things about each other, keep finding new places. It's just, the excitement is non-stop from start to finish. And the dialogue, like, even for a show that's aimed at kids, there's some surprisingly, like, deep, witty, even downright mature dialogue and themes going on in this show, which I think is great. And like I said, I think that kids, they're smarter than sometimes we give them credit for. They can handle this stuff, and I think that this is one of the few kids shows that really does that well. Now, there are a few episodes that one could call filler, but they're really not that filler-y, for lack of a better word, and they're still fun to watch. Like, most shows, feel like they have a lot of filler. Like, for this one, it feels like just about every episode feels important. It's what I like to call quality over quantity, and this has that in spades. Like, the action scenes are animated beautifully, the characters, we keep learning more about them. Like, especially, like, Aang and Prince Zuko are sort of what I see as the two biggest, most important characters of the show. Like, we keep learning more about them, like who they were, like their past, like what drives them, and it really just makes for just a really riveting story. And there are like some generally sad moments in this show. Like, it can get dark, and I think that it's really impressive that it was able to do that while still maintain being a kids show. I really think that calling it a kids show is a bit of a misnomer, because in fact I think people of all ages can enjoy Avatar: The Last Airbender, and Season 1 is a fantastic start to an amazing series. I'm just recently rewatched it from start to finish and remembered how good it is, and I plan to watch the other 2 seasons and review them to their fullest, because frankly, it just gets better from here. So if you have not seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, definitely pick up Volume 1 and start watching it. It is a show that you will laugh, you will cry, you will just have the time of your life. It's a show unlike very many, so go watch it. Thank you for watching my review for Avatar: The Last Airbender, Volume 1. I will see you next time.